Java is one of the most popular programming languages in the world. A lot of server-side and web applications are written in Java, and every day you use some tools, you use websites, services, and even your mobile devices, and you can find a lot of Java under the hood. And isn't it just interesting to find out how it works under the hood? I think the most widely used use case for Java is server-side development. So in my career, I was mostly focused on this, and everywhere where you need to benefit from multi-threading, where you need to implement some high load, and if you don't care about fast startup, but you care a lot about the performance, I think Java is one of the best options. You can write almost everything in Java. Yeah, I think that as a consequence of being one of the most popular languages, we have a lot of infrastructure around Java in terms of toolings like libraries, and there are a lot of different IDEs. I remember when I started my career with Java, I used NetBeans, then it was Eclipse, and currently I'm using IntelliJ. And that's if you want some desktop application, but I think there are also a lot going on some web IDEs where you can actually have everything somewhere on server side and just have a web client. So there is a lot in Java world for this. Oh, that's a very good question. Because, like, half of the world was stuck on Java 8, where Java was evolving, and with their release cycle every 6 months, they release a lot of new features. And on the one hand, that made me very excited because, like, you can have all the syntax sugar that you had in other languages. However, I could not use them because the whole world was stuck on Java 8, and now it's slowly moving towards Java 11. But I was really excited when they introduced records, because as a big fan of functional programming and mutability, I need some structure like this, and we didn't have that in Java. And since Java 16, we have it. So I'm just looking forward for the opportunity to use them. For me, clean code means a perfect state of a code that you can never achieve, because of course your code will always have some bugs. However, it is also the process of trying to achieve it. So every time you fix some more issues, you touch some code and you try to fix everything around. And this is a clean code for me. So it's not just a state, because you can never achieve it. It's also a process of trying to be as close as possible to this ideal state. I was participating in some conference, and in scope of that conference, they made an interview with me. And then during that interview, a guy asked me, like, you've been working with, you worked with Java a lot, you worked with Kotlin, and at that time I was working for 3 years with Scala. It's another JVM-based language, which is pretty complex with the functional programming. And then the guy asked me, okay, you're now working with Scala. It's like a language for gurus. The most mature people only can handle this language. What's next? What are you going to do next? So would it be like Java, Kotlin, Scala, then C++, then native? And I was saying, like, no, actually my next stage is writing static analysis for Java and all these languages. So I felt like it's like this. I was already pretty good at these languages, but I wanted something new, some new journey, and writing rules and maybe creating the guidelines how people should write the code in these languages could be considered as the next level of abstraction.